Just imagine if you could add £15,000 to the value of your home in just 3 days. Sounds amazing, doesn't it? Well, stay with us, because that is exactly what we're going to try and do. Coming up today, the team takes on a house that's barely fit to live in.
This is a building site.
It is a building site. It's absolutely disgusting.
They get more than they bargained for and less than they expected.
I think we have a problem.
Why we're short to end panels?
Well, we're short to end panels.
Why?
I don't know why. Because we just are.
Well, it's my problem, actually.
2, 1. Professional rivalry keeps the team on its toes.
I'm busy working, lads. I can't be seen losing.
And the will to succeed has them at each other's throats.
Listen, man, you can't rush delicate stuff, mate. You got to take your time.
At the end of the day, only one thing matters.
The new average valuation for this house is...
Hello and welcome to the Renovation Game. This is the show where every day our design and build team will take on a different house with a view to increasing its value by a massive £15,000. Now, there are a couple of rules here. First of all, we give them a budget of £3,000, but only 3 days to do all of their work. And if at the end of all this, they haven't reached their target, unfortunately, they don't get paid. Quite simply, no win, no fee. Today we're in Brighton at the home of Dave and Katie and their 7-year-old son Freddie. Katie's a teacher and Dave works for a credit card company. They bought this house just over a year ago as their first family home and had great plans for it. But with no experience of house renovation, the funds have run out sooner than they expected. Downstairs, they've been left with a building site.
We were so naive that we didn't kind of realise how much things cost or even what things were. I never knew what a soffit was or a fascia, and yeah, I spent money on them. So it's been a real learning curve for all of us.
The house came with an extension at the back, but they didn't realise it was in such a bad state of repair.
One of the big reasons we got this house because of the view out into the garden and the trees and what have you. But it's been a bit of a disaster room because the floor was no good, and the walls were no good, and the windows were no good, and it's what's really sucked up all the money.
They spent £7,000 making it warm and watertight, leaving no money to finish it off. It's not really livable. In fact, the doorway is an accident waiting to happen.
I don't know why they've built it like this so people can get stuck. You just put a warning sign, warning, mind the gap.
With the piggy bank empty, their dreams for a new kitchen diner have been turned into a living nightmare. The cheap and nasty kitchen units have given up the ghost, and there's not enough room for Katie's culinary creativity.
I love to do bakery and making cakes, and there's not enough worktop space to do that, so I end up on the table trying to roll the pastry, and the pastry falls on the floor, and then I have to throw it away, and so cooking, I hate cooking in here.
The dining area is less than welcoming. There's exposed plasterboard on the walls and a cold concrete floor that's a nightmare to keep clean. And it gets worse. The waste pipe for the new upstairs loo has never been boxed in.
Every time we're sitting around the table eating, if anybody goes upstairs to use the toilet, then you can hear it, and it's not particularly pleasant.
Next door, there's a sitting room. Amazingly, this room does have plastered and painted walls, but it feels cold and the lack of flooring means it's far from relaxing. Upstairs, Katie and Dave are happy for now with the 2 bedrooms, and they've had a shiny new bathroom installed. But the Renovation Game team will need to address the stairway. It's dingy and the ceiling has a problem with mould. The team has its work cut out, especially if Freddie has anything to do with it.
I would like a water slide in one room, a rugby pitch in another room, a cricket pitch in another room, football pitch in another room.
Yeah, I think we'd like a floor first, and maybe some plaster on the walls, and a nice kitchen, and any improvement at all. I think that would be.
And then we'll have all that.
Yeah, after we've done the plastering, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Good, thank you.
This room has the water slide.
Oh, well, obviously, yeah, that'll be done first.
Before any work begins, we've invited 3 local estate agents to value the house in its current state.
It's sort of finished out in white, which would normally mean it's lighter, but anybody coming in, the flooring darkens it, they'd have to pay out for flooring.
I mean, the kitchen's kind of a bit dated, you know, the tiling is very sort of 70s. You know, finishing off is what it needs.
This is a really good sized space and sunroom, but if there was someone going to be looking at it right this minute, they would be put off.
And notice the condensation problems with mildew on the ceilings as well, which needs to be looked at and could be quite off-putting.
Time for the all-important valuations.
I would value this property in the current state at 177,500.
Property at the moment would be worth 195.
I'd value the house in its current condition at 190,000.
The average valuation works out at £187,500. Now it's down to today's renovation game team to add 15 grand to this house. Otherwise, they won't get paid. Foreman Paul Puccioni, otherwise known as Pooch, has 18 years' experience in the building trade. Handyman Huntley is the joker in the pack and jack of all trades. Philippa is an all-rounder who can render men speechless with her plasterwork. And finally, Debbie is the designer responsible for the overall look of the home. Good morning, team. So look, excited, are we or not?
Yes, we are.
I'm always excited, mate.
Are you? Well, let's see how excited you are when we talk about what we're going to be doing to this house. First of all, the estate agents have been around, and the average price for this house, as it stands, is £187,500.
That's not bad. I was thinking around about the 190 mark.
190.
To put £15,000 on top of this value isn't going to be easy.
That's pushing up to another bracket.
Yes, it is. Now, you guys have already had a good look around the house and made plans for the refurbishments. Yep. You two, unfortunately, haven't seen any of it. So why don't you have a good scout around the place whilst we go and see the owners, Katie and Dave, out the back in the conservatory. All right?
Let's do it.
On we go.
Girls.
This is a big job. Philippa and Huntley are about to find out just how big.
Oh, this has got to be one of the worst kitchens I've seen in my life.
But this is a building site.
It is a building site. It's absolutely disgusting.
What's been going on?
Oh, I've been living like it in a building site for a while now.
Because it feels like you've almost got a head start, but then you look around and you think, well, there's so much that has been started, there's a lot of finishing to do.
How can you just come here after a hard day's work with no flooring on the floor?
God, yeah.
How depressing is that? What it means, this ruins his personality.
Talk me through briefly what the plan is for this house.
OK, new kitchen.
Yeah.
Strip the walls, replastering, new floor. It's got a really nice feel to it. It's really airy, and we thought we could, especially Debs with her design, could do something lovely in here and make this really kind of welcoming space and living room, maybe doing something with a fireplace, bit of decoration elsewhere, and a couple of other things up our sleeves if we've got time.
OK, good. Are you still here?
Let's go do some work. See you later.
Debbie and Pooch seem pretty chipper, but having sized up the project, Philippa and Huntley aren't convinced the team will hit their target and get paid.
Oh, here they come. Hello.
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 Oh, right, OK.
Hey, steady.
So, what part are we tackling first?
Well, firstly, what do you think? Do you like the place?
It's a wreck.
Oh, hello,
I think
Johnny.
it can be done.
All right.
How are we doing?
Fine.
Well, we're fine. They don't look too happy.
You're doing, what, by the looks of it, the entire ground floor?
Exactly, yeah.
It's no small job.
No.
What's going on in here?
Yeah.
Floor-wise?
Floor-wise.
This is going to be vinyl in the floor here.
All the way through?
Yeah, all the way through.
Nice. We all like a bit of vinyl, don't we?
We love vinyl.
What? Vinyl?
It's about making the impact.
Interesting choice. What do you think about that?
What about the levels going on in here?
Latex.
Latex in a
I would like to
Latex
see some
now.
laminate or tile in here. That's what I was saying.
Tiling's too time consuming.
Who's doing what first?
I'm ripping this kitchen out. First thing.
And I am stripping the wallpaper off the walls here.
You are?
What wallpaper?
I know, exactly.
He's giving us up with John, that's all he does.
That bit there.
Everyone seems to be in a good mood today. Let's hope it stays that way.
Let's go. All right.
The team have just 3 days and a £3,000 budget to completely overhaul the entire ground floor of this property. Downstairs there are 3 rooms. The open-plan kitchen diner and the lounge are at the front of the house, both of which lead onto the extension overlooking the large rear garden. The kitchen diner will have a complete facelift. All the walls need plastering and the floor will be covered in vinyl. I remain to be convinced about that decision. The old kitchen will be ripped out and replaced with better quality base units and more of them, giving Katie the worktop space she so desperately needs. The extension will be turned into a sunroom. The breeze block walls will be plasterboarded and skimmed and the floor covered in laminate. There'll be a transformation in the sitting room. It will be made cosy by painting it in a warmer tone, carpeting over the floor and adding a new feature fireplace. Upstairs there are 2 bedrooms and the new bathroom. Thankfully, we don't need to touch any of these, but the dingy stairway will be painted and the mould will hopefully be a thing of the past. Finally, the outside of the house doesn't give a good first impression. It needs a fresh coat of paint to cover up the recent pointing work and give it that all-important curb appeal. With only 3 days to do all of this, there's an awful lot to pack in and pack up. Dave and Katie will be sticking around for the next couple of days to help the team out. Inside, our building team are working hard in an effort to add £15,000 to the value of this house, or they don't get paid. It's day 1 renovating Dave and Katie's family home in Brighton. It's their first home, but with no experience of how to do one up, they've run out of money, leaving them with a downstairs that resembles a building site. Foreman Pooch is taking on the job of revamping the whole kitchen on his own. It's the place where they're hoping to add the most value to the house.
Right, water's going on for a bit, everyone. Yep.
Huntley is starting work in the extension. He's on a mission to get the walls plasterboarded and those breeze blocks covered up at last. Next door in the sitting room, Philippa and Debbie are setting to work on the new feature fireplace.
What are you gonna do? Do you want me to sort of... You want a flush finish inside?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, so it's just literally a nice contemporary square hole.
You think like the little candles in it?
Yeah, yeah, just get some big chunky candles, 4 or 5.
About there, is that looking for you?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah. That's great. That right size, I think.
You shall have a hole in approximately 20 minutes.
Oh, fantastic.
If you're going to try this at home, go carefully, as you never know what's lurking behind an old fireplace. So, whilst the building team crack on with Katie and Dave's place, I'm off to take a look at another terrace on this very road that's on the market for £37,000 more. I'd like to find out why. So, just 100 yards or so up the road and we come to this place. Now, straight away, you can see that it's just so much better presented. Now, external decoration is one of the jobs that the design team back at Katie and Dave's house want to do. And I do hope they get the chance because, well, as you can see, it makes such a difference. Well, this house is very similar in layout to Katie and Dave's place. It's first room you walk into is the living room, very similar size, but the first difference you see is the feature fireplace. So it would be great if the guys back at Katie and Dave's place could replicate anything like that. And just like back in Katie and Dave's house, we've got the conservatory off the living room. But here's the difference. It's a lot smaller. In fact, this feels like a conservatory, where I think at Katie and Dave's place, they can make that feel like more like an extension of the house, which is a huge advantage they've got there. So, in we come into a very well-presented kitchen, actually. But funny enough, I think Pooch's plans and designs are going to pretty much be similar to this, because you're going to come round this wall, but then you're going to have a return coming off from here, as opposed to this left-hand wall here. But then they're talking about putting vinyl down. Now here you've got laminate. To me personally, I prefer the laminate. I think an estate agent will as well. But they have to get the quality of the kitchen to at least this standard, otherwise they don't stand a chance with the estate agents. So coming up to the first floor, and just like the ground floor of this house, it's immaculately presented. I'm just trying to get my head around the configuration here, because this is different. And I see what they've done here. They've actually managed to turn the 2-bedroom house into a 3-bedroom one by partitioning the master bedrooms just through here. And I reckon this house splits into 3 fairly well, 3 very good sized bedrooms. This isn't a job that the guys down at Katie and Dave's house are going to undertake. But when you consider that this house is valued at, what, £37,000 more, I think there's plenty to play for. Back at the house, in the sitting room, Philippa is well on the way to creating that all-important feature fireplace. She's made it through the plaster and render, but beyond the bricks, there's a clue as to what kind of fire once lived here.
Pooch?
Yep.
We might have a problem.
Let's have a look.
We've got gas.
OK.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't got time to take it out.
No. Sorry, hon.
Oh,
Johnny.
OK.
How's your mining going?
Yeah, well, I got all the way down to gas.
Right, well, that could be very profitable for us, couldn't it? Oh, right, OK. Yeah. So what happens now then, Philippa?
Well, it's way too much work to go taking that out. So unfortunately, I think your little idea, as lovely as it was, I don't think we're going to have time for it, hun.
Yeah, OK.
No, what we're going to do there then, Philippa, what do you reckon? 9mm board over there, board over, skim that breast, yeah?
Yeah.
It's a real shame there are remnants of a gas fire here. A feature fireplace would have added real value to this room.
So I'm just going to stick that back up on there, and then I'm going to skim over the whole thing, make it all flush again.
Now they're going to have to make up for it elsewhere. No pressure then. Next door on the extension, Huntley's already well on the way to plasterboarding over those unsightly breeze blocks. It all takes time to do it properly, but the extension is small fry compared to the next door kitchen diner. It needs to be completely stripped bare before any real progress can be made. It's all hands to the pump. Even I'm pitching in.
He looks like Stevie Wonder the Builder.
To give the room a smooth finish, the walls will be replastered, which means every scrap of wallpaper must be removed and unwanted plugs and sockets disconnected. Pooch is qualified to remove them, and he can't help winding us up. Very funny, Pooch.
Here we go. Power's off, but just double checking.
But in this room, I've still got one major concern. I'm really worried about the vinyl flooring.
When the floor's down, it looks great, you know.
Yeah, I would normally agree with you.
Yeah?
If you weren't putting down lino.
Johnny.
That might have to be changing.
Oh, hello. Yeah, have a word with the wife about that.
For a reason.
Go on.
Because it's got to level out the floor. We've worked out the cost of the vinyl and the levelling is not worth it.
All of this, if you're putting the vinyl down, would have to be levelled with a self-levelling compound. Putting a laminate down, you put the underboard down and laminate.
See, this is experience coming through now, isn't it? You guys have been here before and you're adapting. You should be in special forces, you lot. Adapt and overcome. I like it. I'm really pleased the vinyl floor is now a distant memory and they'll be using laminate instead. Good choice. But as one argument gets resolved, another one begins.
Female builders are more concerned about keeping the place tidy than actually doing any work, so
Oh, sorry.
we'll have to meet in
I haven't
between.
already punched through a hole and replastered it, and I'm now helping you catch up with what you should have done during that time.
Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll have a race. We'll have a plastering race.
Okay.
You do that side,
Yeah.
that side I wore, and I'll do this side. And what it is, it's not who finishes first. Whoever finishes first, and it's skinned, and is the cleanest, wins.
You're a losing man.
Okay, bring it on.
This battle of the sexes will be decided with 15 kilos of plaster and their weapons of choice, trowels.
Shall we get on with it?
3, 2, 1, go! So how long should it be taking you guys, you think?
That one more, 5 minutes.
But hundreds.
Yeah. I've never seen Huntley move so fast. Go on, son. How you doing, Huntley?
He can't talk when he's working, I love it.
This is the quietest I've ever heard him.
Fantastic. Philippa's doing the corners first. Now, your corners have to be good, and I think that's a very good technique, because if you just throw it on the wall, like Huntley's doing, it may look as though you're further ahead, but you haven't done this work. So at the moment, I've got Philippa just ahead.
Huntley, what are you doing tonight, mate?
I'm busy working, lads. I can't be seen losing. If you were a man, I wouldn't mind a woman. It's even worse.
Oh, nice. You're exhibiting your sexism as well. This is amazing.
In a minute, once the wall's totally covered, which Philippa has totally covered the wall now.
Hold on, is she finished?
Yeah.
He's finished, mate.
Finished, mate.
I'm just going to wait for this now.
Yeah.
Huntley, look at this.
A bourbon and coke.
Huntley, look.
No ice.
Yes,
Enough of this larking around. Next door in the sitting room, serious progress is being made. Designer Debbie has talked DIY phobe Katie into helping out with the decorating.
It's a beautiful colour and it's going to complement the sofas really well.
Yeah.
It's so warm already coming into the winter.
You can really feel it, can't you?
Yeah.
Once they finish painting the sitting room, the family will be escaping the house and spending the night with some friends. It's approaching the end of day one and the team has been working non-stop. All right, everyone. Well, the kitchen, there's lots of stuff to be done, but it's good to see all that horrible old kitchens out of the way. Huntley's got a face on, which means he's probably expecting to have to do more plastering today. Is that right, Huntley? Yeah. Yes, it is. Good, excellent. But here, I think, is where the major transformation is. Now, a lot of people might think it's only a bit of plastering, but this plastering has made the entire room feel completely different. Lovely clean lines, lovely flat surfaces, and a fantastic finish. So, coming to the end of the first day, I think it's been a pretty productive day. But it's not over for them yet. It's day 2 of the renovation game in Brighton. In an attempt to add £15,000 to the value of this house, the team has taken on a complete overhaul of the downstairs in just 3 days. If they don't do it, they don't get paid. There's so much to do that last night they worked late and they're back before breakfast. The priority is to re-skim the kitchen diner walls with plaster so that they have time to dry before painting. As usual, Philippa has finished her walls before Huntley. That's 2-0 to Philippa.
Hey, Huntley, you're getting better, but
I am.
there's only 2 bits on the floor there.
I was watching you yesterday, see.
So, the morning of day 2, and what I've got to say, apart from Huntley's booming voice, it all seems rather quiet. I wonder how they're getting on. Morning, all. How are we doing?
Fine. We're getting there, slowly but surely.
So, how are you feeling at the moment? You know, day 2, the kitchen, we're just starting to assemble it, I can see. You happy?
I'm getting told off.
You're getting told off?
Yeah.
What, by Debbie?
Yeah. It's all about the cushions. And we don't think there's any budget left for cushions, because I need things like architrave, skirting boards.
Basically, we need man stuff, like man materials, and she wants a girly cushion.
And
so what's going to go then? Cushions or the architraving?
Cushions, obviously.
Well, what's the estate agent going to worry about?
I'll be worrying about Debbie if I were you.
I am worried.
So listen, I've been talking to the lads. There seems to be a bit of argy-bargy. They're giving it the big one about, oh, she wants her cushions, but we need her architraving, man stuff.
Oh, yeah. You know, there is a strong design element in this house.
Yeah.
And it needs to be done. So I've asked very kindly if a certain person can just be a bit more prepared on his budget.
I'm quite happy not to put skirting on and get some cushions.
No, now you know it's not about that. It's about preparation.
What you guys really need to do, just sit down and just say what your must-haves are.
Absolutely.
Yeah? So we can agree at the moment to temporarily disagree.
We're going to kiss and make up.
Ah, isn't that lovely?
Bless you. Right, getting some work done now.
All right.
Bit harsh. That'll teach the boys to mess with Debbie. She does have a point, though. The budget is just £3,000. That's nothing for the renovation of an entire floor of a home. And if they skimp on those finishing touches, they won't have a chance of increasing the value of this house by £15,000. To stick to a budget this tight requires strict planning and precision. It may not be Pooch's forte, but they can't afford to make any mistakes. In the sitting room, Debbie's painting the newly plastered chimney breast. She's still gutted she couldn't add a feature fireplace, but at least work in this room is ahead of schedule. Which can't be said for next door in the extension. Philippa is behind. There's so much new plaster to undercoat and Huntley should be helping her, but he's still plastering the kitchen.
We are way behind on our painting, and I really wish all 3 of those boys weren't in that room because their productivity goes way down when they're together.
Philippa's had enough.
Look, Huntley, come on, mate. You've been all morning on that little section. I've repainted this whole room and plastered that wall.
But it's tricky stuff.
It's not trick. Come on, just like... Pooch, stop reacting to him, all right?
Listen, mate, she means business by the sounds of it. And maybe she's got a point.
I don't think she's got a point.
You.
Johnny boy, you think she's got a point? You've known me for a long time, Johnny boy.
I've known you for a long time, man, but I've seen. She knows what's going on when it comes to plastering. And all I've heard a long time now is gabbing.
See, Johnny boy, you see, you're dissing me again, man.
I'm dissing you, mate.
I ain't feeling the love anymore from you.
There's no room for messing around here. There's so much to do, and we're running out of both time and money. In fact, the job is so big, they've had to use some of their valuable budget on an extra person to help out with the decorating. Yeah. It's looking brighter already, but on the ceiling, that mould still needs tackling. And first, you have to get to it. As usual, Philippa's on the case. Yeah, got it.
Okay, what we're going to do here is we're just going to treat all of this mould.
Mould thrives in damp conditions, so before you tackle it, you need to find out what's causing it. You may have a problem with condensation caused by lack of ventilation or lack of heating, or both. Wipe away the mould with a solution of 50% bleach and 50% water. Mould is bacteria and requires the bleach to kill it. Once the bacteria has been removed, use an oil-based undercoat or stain block to paint the area. This will stop any discoloration coming through. Then paint as normal with your choice of emulsion. It's late afternoon and the last of the kitchen order has been delivered. The worktops need cutting and shaping to fit around the pipework.
Mind your bags. OK. All right, go straighten that up, mate.
Pooch is trying to do too much on his own. I've been sent off by designer Debbie to buy a table for the extension, but Dave likes modern and Katie likes retro, so this could be painful.
Now then, I know, certainly, someone here, this is going to be an Aladdin's cave. Look at all this wonderful furniture. This is you, isn't it?
You've just brought me to heaven. I can't believe I can't look at you. I've got to look at the furniture.
Now, this is Debbie's idea. She's chosen this fantastic shop. But hopefully, we can find something that you both like. OK?
OK, yeah, fantastic.
Great. Happy shopping.
Thank you.
£100 has been allocated from Debbie's design budget to buy a table. She's already been here and spotted what she'd like them to choose. Dave's gone straight to it.
What do you think of this one?
That's nice because it does light the...
That's not 100% confident, is it?
light through though.
Yeah? You sound really convinced.
I'll keep looking.
Oh, Katie could be here for hours. This vintage furniture is her thing. But for modern man Dave, it could be one long afternoon.
That's under budget.
It's under budget, yeah, there's a reason for that.
I seriously want the hostess, Charlie.
Well,
I really want it.
Well, you're not having it. You know, you're actually not having it.
Oh, I want it.
You get that, we can burn it. Seriously, there's no way.
But...
I think that's the one.
Looks like they may go for the coffee table after all.
Can I sit down too?
On my new sofa?
Yeah. It looks... Oh, it's so comfy.
This is just you, isn't it, this place?
Can you tell Dave that?
Dave, what do you think of this stuff?
I like it as well. It's okay. It's not, you know, me, but I don't mind some pieces, definitely.
Well, I think we might have made a decision.
What, you've both agreed on something?
Yep.
Good. What is it?
Coffee table over there, the round one.
Really?
Yeah.
Why the coffee table?
Because just the shape, really, and because it's not too big. Yeah, I just like the look of it, really.
That is the one piece of furniture that Debbie was really, really hopeful that you'd buy.
Really?
She loves it. She said she thought it was perfect. OK, well, I'll do the deal and you can give me a hand shoving it in the back of the car.
Superb.
Cool.
Katie and Dave are off to stay with friends until the work is done. So I'm off to the house alone with the table. I can't wait to see Debbie's reaction.
Debbie!
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Aha! Fantastic.
They went straight to it. I didn't have to say, oh, look out for a table. They went straight to it. It's their favourite.
Brilliant. Great condition, isn't it?
It is, honestly, it's
Absolutely.
mint.
Didn't realise it. Brilliant. I'm really pleased with that.
You know what? Even Dave liked it as well.
Hey, we're sorting with him, aren't we?
I think you've got him locked down with their style, actually. Well done.
Brilliant. Thank you.
But around here, good news never lasts that long.
Pooch! Yeah? I think we have a problem.
What's that?
How many end panels should we have?
4.
How many can I see? 2.
Look everywhere.
I've looked everywhere, mate.
Van?
I've looked in the van. We've only got 2 end panels.
The glossy cream end panel should cover the back and side of the units, giving a sleek, expensive-looking finish.
They're 75 quid each. We can't do it. So, we're short 2 end panels.
Why are we short 2 end panels?
Well, we're short 2 end panels.
Why?
I don't know why. Because we just are.
Someone didn't do his planning properly.
Well, it ain't my problem, actually.
Not your problem. You're part of the team, ain't you? So everyone's problem.
No. This should have been sorted.
Right, enough. It's happened. Situations.
Have we not got any sheets of MDF that we can just...
If you can get some paint, I could paint it to... Can you match the colour?
Well, I could do it the wall colour.
If you're happy with that, I just don't want to, you know, go over the kind of whole...
I think we can't lose that end panel because we've taken the wall units off and it's important they've got the storage. Also, you've completely... You can't take that back now.
No, we can't.
No.
But, you know,
So,
it's just
okay,
a situation
that's the
we're in.
solution then. Job sorted.
So we're sorted.
Fine.
And, may I say,
Yes.
a very, very eloquent solution. Well done.
Was that a compliment?
It was a compliment.
A little one, but don't take it too hard.
No,
I need a little one.
No, that's all I need. One little compliment a day.
Compliment. Well done.
And And I have to say, compliment back. What do you think of one?
Go on.
God.
No, don't bother. Come on, let's get on with it.
You can't get one, just don't get one, you know what I mean?
No, I'll find one.
No, that's a good idea.
Crisis averted and everyone is still talking to each other. It's back to work. And there's still a mountain to climb. Philippa is covering that dangerous gap in front of the extension doors. It's these small jobs that take up so much time, but it must be done before the laminate flooring can go down. There's so much painting still to be done that the decorator is working overtime with Debbie. They're trying to get the dining room finished whilst Pooch desperately attempts to get the kitchen to look like a kitchen. Cutting the holes in the worktop for the sink and the hob are time-consuming, and he can't afford to get it wrong, as there's no money in the budget for another worktop. In the extension, Huntley is also hard at work. At last, he's able to make a start on that laminate flooring. Well, it's been a pretty long day, 7:45, and I reckon that it's going to get even longer. The guys are so far away from getting finished here, and it's becoming a regular story, isn't it? The living room, that's pretty much done. The carpet fitters are coming tomorrow, but everything else, well, the kitchen is nowhere near being fitted, and the laminate flooring is only just going down. But here's my massive worry. The first impressions the estate agent get are when they walk up to the property, and the external decoration hasn't even started. It just seems a little bit ironic that the last thing these guys are going to attempt is going to be the first thing the estate agents see. It's a hell of a gamble, and there's only one day left. It's day 3 on the third and final day of the renovation game, and there's no let-up in the work. It's only 8 AM, but outside, Philippa's already done half a day's labour preparing the front of the house for painting. Renovating the downstairs of this Brighton family home is proving relentless. The team is attempting a complete overhaul, from its sitting room, to its extension, to the large kitchen diner, and in addition brighten up the stairwell and give the front of the house a coat of paint. The mission is to add £15,000 to the value of this house, otherwise they won't get paid. So the morning of the final day, and well, look at this, the house looks 100% better. And it's all down to you by the looks of it, Philippa. How long have you been here?
It was a very early start this morning, I'm not going to lie.
Goodness me.
I think, you know, it's worth it.
It looks so much better, but I'm thinking now that maybe we just get rid of the rest of the team and just use you next time.
That's a plan.
The rest of the team worked late last night, but on a project this scale, there simply aren't enough hours in the day, and I'm getting worried. How are we feeling? Final day, final push. You feeling positive? You're going to get done in time?
Yeah, I think we are.
It's good. Day 3 is good because everyone's positive, got a good vibe going, and I think we all know what we're going to do. So yeah, hopefully.
OK then. Good luck everybody today. It's going to be a very, very big day.
OK.
Cheers, Johnny.
Thanks a lot.
They sound incredibly positive, but I can't help thinking that confidence is misplaced. If they're going to finish on time, Pooch should have had all those units fitted by now. The carpet fitter, paid for out of the team's budget, is busy in the living room. And Debbie has decided to paint a feature wall at the last minute. There's no stopping these designers. She better not get in on that carpet, though. It's in the kitchen diner where the team are really behind. Huntley is struggling with the flooring. They chose laminate because it's quick and simple to slot together. But with only 4 hours to go, he's been stopped in his tracks. Nightmare. What's the problem?
Come to the end, yeah, like that. But it's a bit weak here, so we need to do something with this, so it's going to have to come up.
Let's go for it. Take it up. Let's have a look. Go on.
Shall we?
Yeah, on the last day, it's another half an hour, isn't it? It's a nightmare.
More than that.
And it's one of these things that not only the estate agent's going to notice, but you don't want to leave half a job in.
No, oh, we've got that.
Yeah, it's only a half an hour job, but a half an hour job on the last day could be the difference between finishing on time and not. Upstairs, Debbie is scrambling around for accessories for those all-important finishing touches. The budget's been spent on building materials, and there's nothing left for cushions or anything else for that matter.
Well, Katie had saved me a box with all her oddments of plates that she's got. So that was great because I want to make some nice wall art with this. So I've bought these hangers to hang on the wall, and then we can make a nice arrangement just to go over that really nice dining piece, the sideboard that she's got. So just
amazing what you can do with some old plates. I hope Katie approves. Outside, Pooch is having to do an extra job. He's ordered some pre-cut MDF to box in the toilet waste pipe, but it's turned up uncut. It's the last thing he needs, and it's eating up valuable time.
Guys,
Yeah, they are.
I hate to tell you, we've got 2 hours left.
Oh, don't leave it first. We know that.
At last, the waste pipe is boxed in, but the team is going to have to pull together like never before to get this job done. I'm not sure it's possible.
This is the only... Please tell me we've got some packs somewhere.
Well, have a look. I'm busy. Philip, I'm going to need you in here pretty soon. We're running behind a bit, mate, OK?
Pooch, how you thinking?
All going according to plan.
Whose plan?
If your plan is to not finish the house and not make 15 grand.
Ah, right.
No, we're rushing, mate.
There's still so much to do. Debbie's dressing the dining space, Philippa is painting the MDF end panel, the pressure is getting to everyone and the team is falling apart.
Listen, man, you can't rush delicate stuff, man. You got to take your time. We'll have the floors down, it's easy. You can rush it. Huh?
Look, Hanley, forget that, mate. Skirting board down there, please.
Pooch is now getting the troops into line. Get on with the work, he's saying, because that's exactly what they've got to do. There's only 15 minutes left, and I've got to say, there's clearly more than 15 minutes work here. Right then, Nutty's time's up, everyone! What? Right, everybody else, sorry. Come on, let's go, 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 go! They are here! Pooch, take that, that's it, you're done. You've done an amazing job, it's got to finish. Come on, off you go. The family's back and can't wait to see the changes to their home and find out if the team's tireless efforts have added £15,000 to the value of their house. Right, stop there, stop there, stop there! Whoa, stop there! Right, now, what we want is a complete surprise. So first of all, how are you feeling?
Oh, so
Excited.
nervous.
Are you?
Yeah.
You look excited. Look, you're jumping up and down, aren't you? But I tell you what, eyes shut before someone walks in. Eyes shut here. Let's hold hands. Keep them shut. Let's look at your new home.
Let's go.
As they approach their home, the Renovation Game team are in the garden waiting to see their reactions. 3 days ago, the house had zero curb appeal. Repairs and flaky walls made it look shabby and unloved. Now it looks fresh and welcoming. Open your eyes.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Wow.
Oh, it looks so different.
Fantastic. Oh my God, they've done the wall as well.
I know, it looked awful when we left.
We say
All that horrible
Dave done the wall. Credit where credit is due. Philippa got up before paper round time.
And I hate getting up in the morning. I hate getting up in the morning.
Because she was so adamant she wanted to get this painted, so this is all Philippa's work. You know, it's a team effort, but this is something she struck out on her own for.
Oh,
I just think it's amazing, all that horrible crazy pointing has disappeared.
Do you like blue?
Under a sea of blue, that's fantastic.
You do like blue?
That's brilliant.
That's a huge relief that you like blue. The downstairs sitting room felt cold and unrelaxing. Now it's a warm, stylish space. Shame they couldn't add a feature fireplace, but the newly plastered chimney breast is a vast improvement. So the hallway's had a touch-up, and this is the first room.
Oh, wow. My goodness. What? Oh, it's the pictures you gave me, Fred. Don't they look beautiful? They're coming up
isn't
together.
It looks like an actual room.
It does.
Instead of a
Look at that
half-built
lamp.
house.
Look at that lamp.
Isn't it fantastic? Oh, I love it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So you both like that lamp?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love that.
It's lovely.
Do you like it?
On the...
And you can actually sit on the floor without being filthy.
There was no flooring at all, was there?
Is there a fire pit anywhere in this house?
Funny story about that, Freddie, actually. Very funny story about that. Basically, we wanted to put a feature fireplace in there, then Philippa knocked through and then found an old fireplace in there, which is an old gas fire, which was going to be a horrendous job, and they were going to have to spend so much time on that and not enough time elsewhere. So they made the decision to concentrate on the main feature of the room and other rooms beyond as well.
But that picture looks beautiful there in its place.
They look good without those.
The kitchen diner wasn't worthy of its name. The kitchen units were on their last legs and there wasn't enough workspace for cooking. But now, the whole room has smooth walls and feels fresh and airy, perfect for family mealtime. Is this a place where you could spend a bit of time cooking?
Oh my goodness, yes.
Fantastic.
That's amazing.
That is fantastic.
Look,
Absolutely.
it's worktops.
Look at Mummy's plates.
Oh,
That is
beautiful.
brilliant.
Ah, they like the
I
plates.
see.
Hey.
Before it felt like a kitchen,
Yeah.
and you just cook your food in there and then to try and get out of it as quick as possible.
Exactly.
I think Debbie was hoping to create something that would would maybe be used all day round, not just for a bit of food, but for a bit of coffee or for entertaining even.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we're Freddie doing his homework.
Look, aren't you pleased? Somewhere to do your homework. Lucky you.
And to have a floor as well.
Good.
It's not concrete, it's amazing.
Huntley's floor. Hey?
Look at that great floor.
Yeah.
What a
It took about an
start.
hour, didn't it, Huntley? You said an hour?
It took me ages, man, ages.
Yeah.
The extension was far from sunny. It was more like a gloomy building site. But the newly plastered walls and warm paint has created a comfortable family space. So you tell me, success or failure?
Absolute success. That's
beautiful.
fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
What a lovely colour as well.
No more crack.
No more holes?
No,
Yay!
There we go. Philippa, well done. Hey?
How long has he lived with that hole?
Yeah, I know. It's dangerous that as well, wasn't it?
Oh, I think we were like heaven sent to their house.
I like the way our laundry basket's there.
It was a tight budget here, so it was kind of like adapt and recycle everything.
That's Huntley doing some dressing.
I was like, I might try something out, know what I mean?
The guys are taking a very well-earned break before the estate agents come. So why don't you go and say hello to them? Dave, Freddie and Katie are over the moon, but the team won't get paid unless they've added £15,000 to the value of the house. They'll soon find out. The estate agents are back and the family have joined the team to see what the agents think of their home now.
Definitely a lot more inviting on first impressions. Yeah, it's definitely got a lot more curb appeal.
Wow!
Yeah.
Flooring's made an unbelievable difference. Little bit of wobbly paint in the corners, which isn't a perfect finish. And just a couple of bits of rough plaster work.
Didn't have enough time, mate. Didn't have enough time.
But otherwise, much, much better than it was.
The flooring seems to be a little bit on the sort of cheaper side of things.
What have you saying? You saying that?
But it's okay. But I think the units especially, nice clean finish, looks really good. Just looks a lot smarter, a lot tidier.
Yes!
Again, nice colour scheme, just been completely finished off and much more of a usable room. Yeah, really nice. Done a good job on this.
Thank you, well done!
Yeah, it does seem a little bit rushed up here.
It was. We didn't have the time. It was rushed and not a penny left on the budget.
But it is a bit more of an improvement. They certainly, made good of the damp area that there was.
We did the best we could. I'm happy with what we did.
Yeah.
We all worked so hard.
And now time for the all-important valuations. Gentlemen, had a good look around?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Impressed with what you've seen?
Yeah,
Done a great job.
Much better.
Good. Well, let's see how much better. Have you done your valuations?
We have indeed.
Each one of them, there's quite a difference between all three. Right, I'm going to go and work out the medium and break the news. Thank you very much. The house was originally valued at £187,500. The average valuation needs to be £202,500. Otherwise, the team is going home unpaid.
12 grand, I reckon.
Oh, I reckon we've either won it or lost it by £1,000.
I'm only saying that.
Yeah, I
'cause-
reckon it's going to be close.
Very close.
Yeah, I'm only saying that 'cause I
Estate
want to be
agents
wrong.
love 199,500.
Yeah, that's
don't
it.
they? They love
Yeah.
that figure.
That's 12 grand, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right then, building team.
Yes.
I've got the numbers.
Come on, guys, be brave. Let's go.
Deep breath.
In you come. In you come, everyone.
With all that hard graft, the team will be gutted if they've worked the last 3 days for nothing.
Right then.
It's cold if you can't pay for the heating.
Well, let's find out if you can pay for your dinner tonight, shall we? Now, it's been an amazing few days. You've worked terrifically hard. I mean, you've got a beautiful house now, haven't you?
Thank you.
Now, as you know, the original average valuation for this house was £187,500. You needed to get the valuation of this house to be an average between all the valuers of £202,500. Okay, that's your target. The new average valuation for this house is 10,000.
Well, that's relief, but also amazing at something. They've done so well. They didn't just dribble over the finishing line, they powered through it. So, if you want to see the hardest working design and build team try the same thing in another house, join us again, same time, same place. But for now, it's party time!